There is some dispute as to the origin and meaning of the name Tampa. It is believed to mean sticks of fire in the language of the Calusa, an Indian tribe that once lived south of the area. This may relate to the high concentration of lightning strikes that west central Florida receives every year during the summer months. Other historians claim the name refers to the place to gather sticks. Toponymist George R. Stewart writes that the name was the result of a miscommunication between the Spanish and the Indians, the Indian word being Itimpi, meaning simply near it to. Another source relates Tampa comes from a Seminole word for wood. 3. The name first appears in the memoir of Hernando de Escalante Fontaneda from 1575, who had spent 17 years as a Calusa captive. He calls it Tampa and describes it as an important Calusa town. While Tampa may be the basis for the modern name Tampa, archaeologist Gerald Milanich places the Calusa village of Tampa at the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, near current-day Pineland. Mapmaker Bernard Romans found certain difficulties in translating earlier Spanish-era maps of Florida for English use and may have accidentally transferred the name north to Tampa Bay, the next large inlet up the west coast of Florida. 4.
The Indian word being help, meaning is simply near it. Check this out. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I was talking about, right? You take some of these words, the names that they won't give you, all of a sudden you take them, you look them up, and you keep finding them pop up and over there. And like I said, I thought about this with the whole Bantu migration. I still find it weird that the migration starts in Central Africa and spreads inland. Like somebody took them from somewhere else and dropped them off there. And they, because of their skills, because they're farmers and not hunter-gatherers, they were able to push the hunter-gatherers out of the way. I'm just saying. So getting back to Itimpi, the name of Florida, by the way of the Indians, right? I was trying to figure this out. Burning sticks, lightning strikes. That's really not near Lightning Alley in Florida. So, I have a hard time thinking that, because I don't know. I just don't see that. Lightning Alley is over there on the far side, over there on the, what is that side there? West Palm Beach side, that side of the state. So, thinking about it, right? And I thought maybe it has something to do with the conquistadors, You read that the conquistadors, whenever they came across the tribes, they wanted to know who your medicine man was, who your Levite was. They wanted them to face them in front of the congregation of the tribe. So the conquistador would slay them and quote unquote put the fear of God in the Indians, right? Because now you've lost your medicine man, you've lost your healer, you've lost your connection to your God, your creator. Now who's going to save you, right? You're at the mercy of the conquistador and his men. That's how they tried to paint it, and we burned them, the Levite, at the stake, because he practiced witchcraft in your eyes, these things I was trying to think of, and something came up, right? You ever see those? You ever see the Ethiopians, how they burn crosses? Those crosses made of sticks. That's what I started thinking about, and I thought about that quote where from Hernando de Soto, right, where he talks about the Indians that he came across in Florida. How they were tall and these different things, well built, and yada yada yada, and they had the complexion of that of the Ethiopian. And I wonder if that's the connection.